that is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ, as obedient children, not fashioning yourselves according to the former lusts in your ignorance. But as he which hath called you is holy, so be ye holy in all manner of conversation. Because it is written, Be ye holy, for I am holy.
These other issues, because they're taking somewhat of a backseat right now, at least, to the fiscal issues, that there are some inherent problems for social conservatives in something like that.
No, actually, just the opposite. Because I really think a lot of the motivation behind these Tea Party crowds is a spiritual component. I think it's very akin to the Great Awakening before the American Revolution. A lot of our founders believed the American Revolution was won before we ever got into a fight with the British. It was a spiritual renewal. And I've waded into a lot of these Tea Party crowds. I don't hear a lot about fiscal issues. I hear people saying, we're praying for you. Thanks for fighting. But I'm praying for you. It comes up more than anything else in these crowds. So I know there's a spiritual component out there. Not a group that wants us to use government to push their views, their religious views, but one that believes that a lot of the underpinnings of our country come back to those Judeo-Christian values. And that's very related to people taking personal responsibility, not spending more than they're bringing in. Those principles, which are in effect religious principles, are fiscal principles as well. So I think they're very connected, and I think as this thing continues to roll, you're going to see a parallel spiritual revival that goes along with it.
But our winner is Lonesome Road's Beck. You have to hear this to believe it, especially the last part. Remember his book, The Plan, and his tour, The Plan, and his amusement park, The Plan, and Tartar Control, The Plan, and The Plan Light, and The Plan It's Miley? He's not writing it. It's being dictated to him.
Yesterday, when I walked out of the studio, I looked at Pat, and I almost said to Pat, I said, I can feel it coming. He said, I know. He said, it's just, they are just strong in power and focus. And I said, it's darkness, and I can just feel it coming. And I started to say, I said, the problem is that, and I stopped, because I don't want to utter something like this without really thinking it through. What I was about to say is, the problem is that God is giving a plan, I think, to me, that is not really a plan.
Okay, so the plan isn't a plan. Does whatever it is at least tell us where to go and who to follow?
The plan that he would have me articulate, I think, to you, is get behind me. And I don't mean me. I mean him. Get behind me. Stand behind me.
I'm confused. Behind you? Behind him? You were left behind? Did you learn this at the University of I don't remember? But wait, here's the big payoff wherein the plan is accidentally revealed.
Pat and I both went home and prayed, and we both went and opened our Bibles. And we found something the next day that I think is important for you today to understand. He found one thing. He found the first piece. I found the second piece. The message was the same. But I think the message is for you today. I'll give that to you here in just a second. First, I have to break for our sponsor, Goldline.
That's the plan. Buy more gold over the internet. Hallelujah, we're saved. Lonesome Road's Beck, now available in 1, 2, or 3 ounce investment nuggets. Today's worst person in the world.
That is to be brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ.